Hello, 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 dear ones. Sat Nam to all of you. It's so nice to see you here today. We are cutting through all of the noise today and really diving into the fastest way to create transformation and to affect consciousness. You know, these times have been really crazy for all of us, and I don't know about you, but I'm certainly struggling in certain areas, and I'm just so thankful for my meditation practice to carry me through. If you've been struggling with anxiety, or if you're finding that your nerves are a little bit frayed, or you just can't seem to shake off a bit of a negative outlook, don't worry. I am certain that a few of today's tips are going to bring you more peace of mind. They're going to help you have a stronger nervous system and to help you have a better balanced brain function so that you can make really good decisions during these crazy changing times. How that happens in Kundalini meditation is by repeating really sacred, powerful words that have uber high vibrations called mantras. So let's get to it, shall we? Welcome everyone, or welcome back. I'm Sharlene Starr, and I help women with their empowerment, with their self-discovery, and with their healing. And I teach really practical approaches that help you to transform pain to peace, adversity to advantage. And I do that through the art, technology, and science of Kundalini Meditation Healing Systems. This is video 3 out of 4 that I've put together in the Essential Elements series to help you understand some of the core concepts and things you'll come across that make Kundalini meditations different. And I'm sharing a beautiful practice today and some tips and insights on mantras in Kundalini meditation. And it all starts with the yogic science of sound, which is called mantras. Did you know that mantras are actually a sound or a syllable? They can be words, a word, or a group of words that are considered capable of creating transformation through repetition. That's right, that's what mantras are. It really is the use of sound to affect your consciousness. So think about that for a minute. If sound can create consciousness, what are you creating with every word you speak, with every thought that you think or whisper? You know, words really do have power. Words have meaning. Words have vibration. With mantra, man means mind and tra means free from. So mantras become a tool that helps you to free yourself from the wanderings of your mind. Many people have written in and shared that one of the challenges when they meditate is that they have a never-ending wandering mind, that monkey mind that you hear about. Well, mantras are a great way to sort of leash those in, rein them in, and help you to stay focused and present when you meditate. In Kundalini meditations, mantras really elevate consciousness, and they do it not only through their meaning and that rhythmical repetition, but also through their vibrations, through the meanings, through the intentions. All of those things really affect us. They affect us at a deep cellular level. And by chanting a mantra, we're really setting the vibrations into motion that have effect. Recent studies are showing that when we chant a particular sound, our body and our energy really resonate equally with that frequency. Mantras also work through 84 little meridian points that are all in the upper palate of your mouth, and those affect your nervous system. They affect your brain to really shift your state of mind. So then the movement of each part of the tongue as you are pronouncing the words of the mantra really stimulates those points to cause effect. So the words, the sounds are all causing specific results in your body. That's pretty cool, hey? That's why chanting meditations make you feel so darn good, because the sounds are touching you on that cellular, deep level that is so meaningful. The vibrations, the frequencies that are flowing within your body when you're chanting the mantra flow through all those subtle meridians that are throughout your bodies and your body and your systems. And mantras in particular affect your higher glands. So that would be your thalamus, your pineal gland, the thymus, the hypothalamus, all working together to tune you and attune you. So let's talk about some mantra basics, how to make them really effective. Well, here's what to concentrate on. Know that mantras, chanting mantras, repeating mantras, it's not speaking and it's not singing. It's all about vibration. So don't even take a moment to worry about if you're a good singer or not. Chanting mantras have nothing to do with that. It's just about creating the vibration and intention of those sacred sounds. And as you are chanting, I encourage you to feel the sound, to feel the vibration of the mantra as you are making it. So feel it and then also hear the sound that you're making. So you hear it, you feel it, you're really visualizing in what the meaning of the mantra is. And then another way to help is to look at your body almost as the speaker of that vibration. So you want to sit with a nice straight spine, chin back, heart open, so that you can really resonate and pull the sound of the mantras right from your navel point and having that clear channel out through your mouth, okay? As you chant the mantras, you can have your mouth nice and open, you can have it wide, you can have it open, so that again, you're becoming sort of the megaphone, so the sound can resonate out right through your mouth. I mentioned about chanting from the navel point so that you can have more powerful oomph. Make sure that navel point pumps back to the back side of the spine as you are chanting out. And then, of course, because of all of those great meridians I talked about that are in that upper palate of your mouth, make sure that as you are pronouncing, you're mindfully letting the tongue touch, that tip of the tongue touch the upper palate so those meridians are stimulated. When I began studying Kundalini Yoga and meditation, I have to admit up front with you that at the beginning, I was convinced that chanting just wasn't for me. I thought it was too woo-woo. I thought it was a little bit strange. I'm into a lot of different ancient wisdom traditions, but I wasn't sure about this practice. But I thought, I'm in the training anyway. I trust my teacher, and I'm just going to look at it as an experiment and see what it's all about. Well, as it turns out, as life does, of course, there's such a humor to the universe, isn't there? The mantras really have turned out to be one of the most profound aspects of my personal practice of Kundalini meditations. Most of my healing, the deep, deep work of bringing my mind to stillness, releasing my life's pain, working through higher consciousness and self-realization has all come from those meditations that include a mantra. Yeah. So, the effects that I've had, the results that I get are not uncommon. In fact, they're experienced by many people who work with mantras and meditation. So give it a chance, experiment with it, and don't be surprised if you have some really good, strong, real powerful results. And the healing really happens without your effort. It's built right into the practice. And speaking of practice, I have a lovely shared practice with you today. We're going to go over the most important mantra in Kundalini. It is the Adi Mantra, A-D-I, A-D-I. Adi, it means first chant, the primal chant in this practice. It is the foundational mantra in Kundalini meditation. This mantra really helps you to set your practice at the beginning. You can look at it as a lovely ritual to include in your practice. And it is such a good idea to help you to center in and have a really good grounding foundational technique before you begin. And as we know, mantras create the high vibration, right? So why not start with one? The Adi Mantra is Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. And let's talk about what that's for before we begin giving it a try. This Adi Mantra, that foundational first mantra, helps you to align with yourself, to have the best learning experience for your best outcomes. The mantra is so beautiful because it opens you up and attunes you to the frequency of your highest self, of your inner master. So when you chant this, you're essentially really becoming aware of a sacred practice, of the sacred within, of the sacred space that's all around you, and you become the vehicle for experiencing yourself and everything that's within you. It really does take you from ignorance to awareness, from the darkness to the light. So let me talk about that. The translation of the words, for those who like to know, Ong. When you chant Ong, you have a beautiful O-shaped mouth, and then you let the NG resonate and vibrate in the back part of your palate. There's like a little conch-shaped space back here. Ong. And Ong is the universal creative consciousness. It's truly the creative aspect of the universe. It's your true essence flowing, very feminine, and it's all about living consciously. And Ong in itself is a movement to help refine yourself. So lots in just a 3-letter word there. Now, Namo means we call upon. We identify something. We acknowledge something, bowing to it. And Gurudev is the divine wisdom of the universe. Very stable, very masculine. So within this mantra itself, you have the balance of right and left, of masculine and feminine. And then with Namo, we're repeating it again. This is helping us to keep that alignment, to keep with it, that we become one with it, really surrendering to the beauty of what it is. And all together, Om Namo Gurudev Namo is calling on the wisdom within your inner teacher, if you will, and going from the darkness to the light, from ignorance right into bliss and that beautiful creative consciousness. And here's what you do with the Adi Mantra. You chant it 3 to 5 times before every practice, before every class, if that is something that resonates with you. This is not something that is mandated. It is an optional practice within Kundalini meditation. And you do it in prayer pose. So bringing both palms together, aligning your fingers, and having your thumbs out from the other fingers. It's not up here. The thumbs are active and out here. And then you bring the base of the thumbs here right into the base of your sternum, having your elbows nice and high. So they are parallel with the ground, nice and high here, centering, bringing stillness in, letting your subconscious know that you're ready to begin. And you know when you start, all the pressure is off. All right, let's give it a try, shall we? We're going to work with Sanatam Kaur's version from her live album, one of my favorites for the Adi Mantra. So bring your hands into prayer pose. Base of the thumb comes right into the sternum here, making sure that your elbows are up. You want a nice straight line there. Chin in, heart open, spine nice and tall. Close the eyes down and focus in and up at the third eye point. That's 1 inch in and 1 inch above the brows. And just breathe easy until I guide you in. Inhale nice and deep and get ready to begin. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Inhale nice and deep. Hold that breath in at the top. Sigh it out. Open the eyes, release the hands. So there you have it. All about the mantras in Kundalini meditation. This week you learned about the yogic science of vibration, the yogic science of sound that we call mantras in Kundalini meditation and in the yogic studies. We've learned about the mantra basics and a shared practice of Adi Mantra. So be sure to look for the other 3 videos in the Essential Elements series. I've got one on breath, one on what to do with your hands, one on where to look, and one on the magic of mantras. And if you found this video helpful, make sure that you subscribe to my channel. The button is down below if you're watching on YouTube, and also hit that little notification bell, because that way you won't miss out on any of the free video content that I'm releasing. So thank you so much for joining me today. And in the comments down below, no matter where you're watching, on IGTV, on YouTube, or on Facebook, please let me know if you have any questions about Kundalini meditation. I'm always so happy to hear from you and to answer. And if you want to learn more about what I'm doing, about my healing systems, I invite you wholeheartedly and very warmly to check out my new free downloadable. It's called the Stress Relief Quick Start Toolkit, where I share my 3 simple step process, all meditation based, of course, to help you navigate through the stress of these times that we're going through. And that way you can get some support to handle what you're going through in these challenging times. So you can pick it up at charlenestarr.com/stress relief, and I'll also put that link below for you. So I look forward to the next time we meet on the mat. Light to all, love to all, peace to all. Satnam. Satnam, everyone. Bye for now. And remember, mantras aren't small things. Mantras have power.